Okay. I'm trying out something a little bit different with my filming. You probably won't really notice. I'm trying to use the better camera on the back of my phone. And so I've got streaming recording to my laptop. So if I look over there, that's what I'm doing because that might catch my eye. Anyway, I'm Catherine. This is my Flosstube channel. I will probably have made the change before I posted this video, but my channel name is changing because I don't really go by Rin anymore, and Stitchy Catherine is not, I don't know, it's not snappy enough. Plus, I wanted a name that is more distinctive and also a little more focused on what I'm planning on working on, at least for the near term. So, the Storyteller Stitcher. And I'm saying that now, realizing I didn't look that up, and I really hope that's available. If not, insert name that I could actually do. I think so. I think it'll be okay. Anyway, it is January 1st of 2026. Happy New Year if you're watching this today, which, you probably aren't, but that's okay. And we're doing a WIP parade. Doo-doo. Everybody loves a parade, right? Yeah. So we're doing that. I've got a stack of WIPs over here that you probably can't really quite see. And yeah, I know I said I was going to do one every month, and then November just didn't. Life has been a little bonkers. Well, I guess I did one in November, and I was supposed to do one at the beginning of December, and I didn't. And then I got sick in December, a couple weeks before Christmas, like 2 weeks before Christmas. I got better, it was fine. And then we went and visited family during the week of Christmas, and we get home, and our water heater's not working. But we got that dealt with, and I only had to take one cold shower, which, while not fun, I'm glad we were able to get it fixed. Because yeah, that was very unpleasant. I don't do well with cold water being sprayed on me. I kept trying to get under it, and my body just was physically no. No. Okay, let's put our hair in a little bit. We'll just do our best. Yeah, that was anyway. It's been good. It's been good. I got to go up and see some of my cousins in South Carolina, so that was cool. I haven't seen some of them in a while, and their kids. And one of my cousins has had a baby since the last time I saw her, so he's he just turned 1, so it's been a while. Yeah, but that was good. We visited my aunt and uncle. We visited my parents. We visited Derek's parents. So we did a lot of. Oh yeah, it's kind of exhausting, and then to come home to immediate crisis. Yeah, but I'm slowly getting back into my routine after getting kind of derailed with being sick, and then traveling, and so it's finally okay, now the holidays are wrapping up, and I can finally get back to doing all my normal stuff, which I have kind of missed. Still volunteering at the library and everything, and I'm starting to embark on my big project for 2026. I've mentioned it here a few times, which is going to get a slight tweak because I realized that the princess project is not the most accurate description. Plus, I kind of want to expand beyond that, so it's going to be the storybook project now. If you want to know more about that, I will be talking about my stitching projects on here. But as far as what I'm reading, what I'm watching, other stuff I'm doing with that, I'm going to start doing videos on my media channel. And so I'll leave a link to that down below if you're interested. We'll see if I get motivated enough after this video to film a video kind of explaining that. I don't know. It might be tomorrow. We'll see. I've still got to edit this, so yeah. Anyway, before I get into all my WIPs, so this is technically one of Derek's WIPs, but he's kind of given up on it because it's just gotten a little frustrating for him. So I think I'm gonna have to take it over. There's not a ton left, but this is what it will look like. It's a reeless kit. So like everything's included, the fabric, the floss, and there's some white, oh, there they go, beads. And this is what he's got done so far. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty there. So I don't think it will take me very long to finish it up. I've got another kit that goes with it that has similar style with like a bridge. We have kind of a like Asian cherry blossom theme in our bedroom, so I'm always on the lookout for stuff like that. So that will probably get added to my WIPs, which I think that's like makes it 27. And I know there's like two different types of people out there. There's the people that are like, oh, that's not a lot. And then there's the people like, oh, that's so many. Whichever one you are, it's all about perspective. Because, yeah, I've definitely seen some WIP parades that are large. Anyway, let's get started. So, the parts of this are done. These are the Stars Hollow patterns from the Black Needle Society. So you can see I've done spring, summer, and fall. And now I just need winter out here. So I'm hoping to work on that this year so I can actually get these sets of patterns done. I have some interesting ideas for what I want to do with this. We'll see if I can actually make it work. I want to kind of make it into a box, like wrap it around, build a box in there. So I don't know how feasible that is. We'll find out. But first I have to finish winter. So yeah, see, I've got a little notepad. Let's see. Next up is the horror movie Sal from Wolfpack Creations. So I have made some progress on that. I've got the Amityville house outline done. So that'll be a little bit easier to work off of that. So you can see I've kind of got most of the stuff on this side done. So I just got to start working on the other side. And I think it's looking pretty good. I just need to get back to work on it at some point. Even if I just did a few little motifs a month, because you can kind of do little individual small things. That would probably be helpful. Oh, another Sal. Oh my gosh. So this is the Under the Sea Sal from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Like, it's so cute. I really just need to like pull it out and work on it. I love the fabric color I picked out. It's got the nice like sea foam green kind of look to it. And I thought that would be a nice contrast. Instead of doing a blue, doing like a little bit of a green. Look at those little dolphins. Oh my gosh, even the jellyfish are cute. I don't know how they do that. Frosted Pumpkin's so good at that. I'm jealous. Okay, so these individual patterns are finished. This is the Bouville set of patterns from Sugar Stitches. Now, they're sold as like individual patterns, but I wanted to stitch them all together. So I'm halfway. I've got 6. There's 12 total. So I've got 6 more to go. I need to just start doing some. Oh my goodness. I mean, really. Can I get it? Let's see if I can. There we go. They're really cute. They're fun little patterns. Someday I will finish all these things. Ha ha, maybe. Okay, so this is the Labyrinth Sal from Geek Freak Stitching, and I have totally finished the frame. So I'm pretty proud of that. We got the lettering, we got the frame done. I really should just start working on this year. The boxes are not that big. It should not take me long. maybe that should be a goal for me this year to just try to do. I think there's actually 13 boxes, but you can see like one of them is like really tiny, so I could do that with a bigger one. I should just. I say that about every single one. I should just work on this, and if I just like work on everything, then anyway. So these are the holiday cheer patterns. These are also from Sugar Stitches, the same ones that had the Bouville patterns. So I've done 4 of these, and then these are a set of 12 also. Um, yeah, you can see they're really cute. These actually go together quicker because the border is a lot simpler. It's not as dense stitching as the Bouville ones, so these actually stitch up really quickly. But I just gotta actually do it. Some of these I have not touched in like a long time. So this is oh, I must turn over my notes. We're moving on. It's just tiny notepad. So Be Like a Crow. This one's from Erica Michaels. And I really like this pattern. I'm usually not like more the traditional primitive stitcher, but I thought he's really cute. I like crows and ravens and stuff. Someday I'll get back to you. I swear I will. I swear. I don't know. Okay, this is a little stocking pattern. I got it from a magazine like in 2010, so I don't really know the name of it. But it's based on Margaret Sherry artwork, and it is so stinking cute. And I've made pretty good progress. The upper part is like done, the stitching, the back stitching, and everything. Yeah, all of this stuff. And then I just got to start. There's a sewing machine down in this part of it, which I've started on, and I just I would like to have that finished for next Christmas so I can actually make it into a stocking. I say this, and I'm about to start like a whole bunch of other projects for. Goodness. Anyway, we're moving on. This is the All Hallows Eve sampler from Joan Elliott. It's only 2 colors, but I think it looks really good. Like just the cats and the birds. And now that I'm done with the lettering, I can move on to like not the. I think the lettering is really cute too, with the little spiders and things in it and candles. But sometimes it gets a little old. But I'll be moving on to start working on other parts, because you can see it's quite a long sampler. Yeah, there's a like I probably could have done it more over, but I didn't really want to bother with that, I guess. Okay. This one's really cute. Till Death, Stitches with Coffee. I actually won this pattern from, oh, I can't remember her name right now, but it was won a little giveaway. So that's cool. This little Frankenstein cat and this Bride of Frankenstein. There's like lots of spiders and spider webs and all this stuff in it. But yeah, did I say that was Stitches with Coffee? Yeah, they're on Etsy. So yeah, it has lots of like sparkly floss in there and stuff. So that one's yeah. Someday. Okay, Moons Out, Brooms Out from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I don't have a lot done on this. I've got a good most of the broom. I got a little bit more to go on there, but I love the color I picked out. I think they showed it stitched on a dark blue. I thought the purple would be fun. I'm pretty sure this is some of my Jody fabric from Steel City Stitchers, but yeah, I do love Autumn Lane Stitchery. I mean, right up here, I've got the Dark Queen of the Earth on my wall. So clearly, because any of you who know that pattern know that's a lot of work. I finished it during Stitch Along. I don't always do that, but I did that for that one. Okay, this is another Autumn Lane stitchery, Baba Yaga or Baba Yaga. I'm not quite sure what this is. So I only have like some of the tree done. So this was a kit in the box, and this fabric came with it. I do want to get back to work on it. I'm gonna say that. Apparently, I'm gonna say that about all of them. And are any of them gonna get finished? I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't know. Oh, this one is looking so good. So this is Sailor Uranus from Make It Pink. So this is actually a really big piece of fabric, but I'm gonna keep it folded up because this is what I got finished. I mean, look at the back stitching on that. There's metallic floss. Of course, I don't have the beads in yet. That's gonna be done last. But you can see there's like lots of little holes for lots of tiny beads. Oh my goodness, this is gonna. I don't want to think about that. Moving on. But yeah, the back stitching on this is incredible, and her face just looks so good. Oh my goodness. And her sword. Yeah. That's a lot of work though. That's one of those patterns like you work out it for 3 hours and you've made like these much progress and you're just like, oh my god. So this one is one I know I'm gonna finish this year because it's on my schedule. The first princess I'm working on this year is Snow White, and this is one of my goals is to finish this one. So I didn't turn the thing over. No, wrong way. Wait, no. Oh, wait. Did I? I think I forgot to write this one down, but it's. Unfortunately, you can't get this pattern anymore, so there's not really much point in telling you who it was by, because as far as I know, they're not selling it anymore. But I'll put it down here at the bottom because I forgot to write it down. Apparently, I just like skipped this one. She's so stinking cute. So this is Snow White in like an anime manga style. So it's going to be kind of like a portrait. So there's like a little bit of her arms and everything here. So those are a little more to go. But it's another one where the back stitching is just excellent. Just excellent. Sorry, I just get mesmerized. I'm like, oh, and her hair and her eyes. It just looks so good. I'm like, oh my gosh, should I really stitch that? She looks amazing. So yes, this one will be finished. That's definitely on the schedule. Everything else I would love to, but it's probably not gonna happen. Okay, so this is the Trans Pride's Tapestry from D's 20 Stitches, and I think this is my oldest WIP, which is so bad. I really need to get back on it. So you can see this was back before I would just kind of do it page by page, which is not great. Oh well. But I just need to move down, work on the lower pages. I love the purple fabric. I think it looks fabulous on that. So good. A nice contrast, but yes, just another one. I really should just finish that one this year because I've had it for a while. Okay, so I think I'm holding this the right direction. I'm not sure, but this is Half the Fun from Ink Circles. So this is, you can see from the middle, it's like a mandala. I don't know how well you can see the balloons in the middle and the yellow, but it's made to all be stitched in one color, but I thought it would be fun to kind of do the colors of the transportation. Like I did yellow for the air stuff, so you can see I have the balloons, and then blue for water, so I got some little boats, green for stuff on the land, like the bikes and the buses, and then it was like, oh, fire, and then there's like little rockets and trains. So I was like, okay, those are off, like rockets have jets and trains are often like, or they used to be fueled by coal, so I thought that would be kind of fun. So it's gonna kind of be like the four elements version of Half the Fun. Another one that I've had for forever. Moving on. Now, another one that is actually going to be finished this year is this string. You know, it'd be good if I don't know, hemmed these, but I don't most of the time. I'm lazy. This is Alice in Wonderland from Donut Stitch, and you can see I am close. I was working on her a lot, especially towards the end of the year. I wanted to get her down, or get her up to 90%, so there's just 10% left. You can see we got this little corner here. I did most of the outlining, so there's a few shapes and then mostly like filling stuff in. So I was hoping that would really make it easy. But yeah, Alice is scheduled for March, so I'll be pulling this out in March and finishing it. I do love these. This is my third one. I've already done Snow White and Cinderella. Next up, I was going to do them in like movie release order, but that kind of changed when I'm doing the different ones. So I basically picked whatever princess I was doing next that had one of these patterns, because there's 12, so that doesn't cover everybody. So the next one will be the one for Merida, Brave. Which that one's really cute with the bears and stuff. So that'll be fun. I'll be starting that one in April. Okay, this one will also be done next month because it's a stitch along. This is the Flower Dragon stitch along from Flossie Fox Shop. And look at these dragons. Oh, let me tilt it the right way. They're so cute. So you can see there's one more section to go right here. So we're almost there. So close. I'm excited to finish another one. So I've done 2 of her stitch alongs, and the one before this I didn't do because I had a lot of stuff going on, and I was sad. I bought the stitch along, but I didn't do it while they were doing it. I think that was the Frost Dragon stitch along. But I was, and then I really didn't need to add another project, but I was like, no, I've skipped one. I'm not skipping another one. So it's like, I'm doing flower dragons. Oh, just look at the little fox. I love all the little extra ones, like the extra little, there's an extra little dragon here, there's an extra little dragon here. So cute. So cute. So little birds and flowers, and yeah. So the last part of that will come out soon. I think she puts them out around the 10th. So, this thing. I do need to get back to work on this soon. I might at least try to get it halfway. I've got the frame done and almost half. Well, okay, not, never mind. It's closer. So the full thing, I don't even, can I show it? Like, yeah, you can see that the full thing is it's so big. But yeah, I've got 9 done. 3 more will put me at halfway. This is from Abby Sue Designs. She is not selling this anymore. You may have luck emailing her, but she doesn't have it on her site or anything anymore. It is different. Mine is different than hers. I added a couple characters. So I added Alice and Wendy and Tinkerbell. I charted them myself. I think the original had 3 rows, and I added an extra row because I wanted to get all of the princesses I'm working on in, so 24. And luckily she did some extra ones which covered most of the ones I was doing except for those 3, so I think I did a pretty good job of charting them. I feel like they really match the other ones pretty well. And then I changed the Polaroid part. I wanted to look more like an old Polaroid. She had them all in different colors, which is fine, but I just wanted to look more like the traditional Polaroid. Plus I have a whole like cone of 3865, so it's pretty easy for me to do that because that's kind of the slightly off-white color, which I feel also adds into the retro aesthetic. And then I charted out, these are actually the signatures that they use at the parks. They're like the official signatures that the characters use. So I thought that would be really cool for them to look like signed photos. So I do have my editions available on my Ko-Fi. So the signatures and the 3 characters I added are available for free on my Ko-Fi. not the rest of the pattern. You're going to have to get either from her or from somebody else. I'm not going to send you that. I'm sorry. It's not my pattern. Yes, you can argue that she doesn't have the rights to the characters. I get that. And that's why she's not really selling it anymore. But still, she worked hard on it. She made it. Just like, I made these ones and I decided to give them away. That's my decision. But the rest of the pattern, I'm please don't. I've had people send me messages. Can you send me this pattern? Cause I'm like, no, I'm not going to send you a pattern that somebody else did. That's no. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things, but it's just like, yeah. So yes, copyright, it is not legal, but it's not hurting Disney any. Let's face it. They don't really put out cross-stitch patterns much anymore. Maybe a few kits here and there, but that's not really something they do much. But I'm definitely not gonna step on the toes of people who are just trying to, get by, do some stuff, design some stuff. I mean, I've designed stuff. I give a lot of my patterns away for free because I know I don't own the IP, and yes, I know there's people out there. You get on the keyboard, still doesn't protect me from it. It's fine. If anyone ever asks me to take it down, I will. Um, but I'm not trying to make a profit off it. I do it for fun. Whatever. I think there's much bigger fish to fry for pretty much every company out there. Uh, we're gonna move on. So now we've got. Okay, I gotta flip again. We're getting there. This is Them Apples from Pain Free Crafts. It's based on some artwork by Tim Shoemate, and the charting is lovely. That gradient and a little bird, but again, like Lord in heaven, a sucker. I'm switching over, doing a lot of these on 28 count, 2/1. I don't know, technically not 10 stitch, but whatever what I'm calling it. This is on 18 count, so it's so big. It's so big. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that. So I collect a lot of the Tim Shoemate, patterns that Pain Free Crafts had. I don't know if all of them are still available in there or not. I don't know. I'm not sure if he has the rights to use characters or not. I don't know. You know what? I don't care. I'm not a copyright lawyer. I don't care. But he did actually do art in a similar vein. They're kind of like a little bit different princesses with tattoos and stuff, and I thought that was cool. And they had several of them on there, but I kept finding more art of other ones that weren't on there, and I actually emailed them and asked them if they were going to chart the other ones. And what they told me is that apparently he lost a computer and he doesn't have any of the original, like, files of like good high quality, so they're not going to chart any more of them. And I like bought all of the ones from them. So I got some versions of those images. I don't feel bad. I bought all of his patterns off of there. He's gotten money from me. And this is a pattern. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to sell it to you. I'm not going to distribute it in any way. This is for me. That's the decision I've made because this is his artwork, but I've paid him in royalties, and I'm actually kind of recharting a lot of the ones because they all have backgrounds. And the backgrounds are nice. They're not all the same color as this. They're more of a tan color for all of them. That's a lot of background to stitch, and I don't want to. And I have pretty good charting software, so I've decided to chart all the ones that I could get that he did myself. So The one I'm doing, she looks like Betty Boop, but it doesn't really match the other ones. That was kind of another thing. So he did a Snow White that matches the other artworks. And so I charted that, and this is this one here. You can see I took the background out. I mean, full coverage takes so stinking long, and just stitching a background. No. Take that background out. We'll take it out if it's not, doesn't feel necessary to be. But you can see, it says waiting. It's waiting for true love's kiss. So I've got like her arm, and I've started down, and I'm gonna work my way across. But you can see on the 28 count, it is a much more manageable size. Plus, I mean, I charted this myself, so I was able to keep it from getting like huge. But still trying to keep the detail and everything. Plus, doing it like the 10 stitch does go faster as well. And I know my friend Michelle's like, it's not really 10 stitch, and it's like, I don't know what else to call it, so that's what I'm calling it. So that is my own pattern, and that's the end of that. So this is also from Pain Free Crafts. This is based on the art by Star Masayume. This is another Snow White pattern. She has one eye. She's staring at you. If I can do another page, I think she might have another eye. But yeah, I think, and this is another one. I took that background out. The background was white. Just white. No. No. Absolutely not. I don't care. I don't care that it might look a little different. No. Do you see? Because the original dimensions of the pattern are out to here. And out to here. Do you see how much white that would be? Come on. Come on, son. I ain't doing that. Absolutely not. Now this next one, like, the background is fairly minimal, and it adds to it. So I have no problem with that. So this is the Evolutions, the mini pattern, and it is the max color. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs. So I'm made pretty good progress. I've got one more page to go on this row, and then one more row of pages. So, and honestly, for the mini, I think it looks really good. You can see so far, you can see most of the evolutions. I think the only one you can just see a little bit of Flareon down here. And then Sylveon is starting to come in. But yeah. Oh my gosh, the little tiny confetti stitches. It's like, oh, here's 1, 2, 1, 2. Now this part I actually like this middle part because it has bigger swaths of color. I'm like, ooh, we can do more than just a couple stitches of each color. That's so exciting. But that's what I get for getting the max color. But it was kind of my trade-off. It's like, I do not want to do the super size. I'd never finish it. I'd never finish it. Pretty much most of my Heids are minis, because I'm not gonna live that long. But yeah, I'd like to try to get another page done on that this year, so I can get closer to being done. So this one, oh wait, I thought there was something on it. I'm like, no, that's stitches I did. This is from Tilton Crafts. I think the artwork is from David Kordek, and this is Serenity Endymion. You can see the moon starting and a little bit of Endymion's hair. That's, if you don't know, that's from Sailor Moon. That's Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask. That's their, like, old Moon Kingdom names, the best way to describe it. So I've got one more page on this row, and I'll be across the top. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, this is another one I'm doing on 28 count. Oh, so much blue. It's a lot of blue. So I'll be kind of glad when I move down into their faces and stuff in the next row. So that'll be a little more variety. But it looks good. I like the detail. I think it looks really nice. And I actually kind of like doing it in these teeny tiny stitches, which seems really annoying. And I was worried that it was going to annoy me, but it really doesn't too much. It's easier for you to like not notice that it's stitching. It looks more like a picture. So I like that aspect of it. I want to finish that before our 10th anniversary. We just had our 3rd anniversary. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. But there's no guarantees. Okay. Winter Snow White. And this is also from Tilton Crafts. And some more David Kordick. So you can see I've made some pretty good progress on her. She's looking good. I got another like row of pages here and then like a smaller row of pages. So this is another one. It was a square pattern and everything beyond these borders was white. No. Took that out. I was like, I'm not. Absolutely not. Yeah. So continue to work on her, moving across. This one I could finish. It's like a smaller full coverage, especially since I took the surrounding white out. That it's 12 pages, but the bottom like 4 pages are not like full pages, so it could be possible. Okay, we're coming up on the last thing. The Power Up Plaza from Pixel Prime. This was their stitch along in 2022. It's 2026. Oh no. Oh no. This is terrible. But I have all the black done. Come on now. This sucker's big. This thing is huge. It's on 18 count, so that kind of helps the size, but it's still big. And I've got to fill in all this stuff up here, all these little borders, and then it has little scenes in each one. I should try to work on it a little bit this year. Maybe at least, trying to fill in up here. This has got like this whole brickwork pattern and stuff. It's really cool. I did one of their stitch along before this one, and I really loved it. And I should really do something with that. It's also a big one. Had like a Tetris design with little video game characters. And I thought it was really cute and everything, but I don't always know what to do with these things when I get done with them because some of them are really big and I only have so many walls. That's why I try to think of other creative ways to like display my cross stitch, but plus I give stuff away. I have this great big bin over here full of like pretty good sized finished cross stitches, and I was looking for some presents and I'm like, I gotta have something in here that I'm like okay with parting with. And I did find something for somebody. I did several. I had another one that I thought about giving to someone, but I want to kind of add a little something to it and I didn't have time to do that, so maybe next year. Oh, look at blah. Oh my goodness, I gotta put all them suckers back. Oh, how long have I been filming? I have no idea. Does it say? Oh, okay, 38 minutes. But, lots of things to show, and I hope you had fun. And I know people usually like WIP parades to be kind of long so they can sit there and stitch and not have to pick something else to watch. I have to admit, I haven't really been watching Flosstube. I just kind of got out of the habit this last year watching other stuff. I'd like to get back into it. It can be hard when you kind of get out of doing something to get back into doing something. And I don't know. I'm kind of weird about groups, communities, and stuff. If I feel out of place, I'll just sort of pull myself out of it. And it's not really anything, it's not usually anything that anybody has done. I just kind of get up in my own head about stuff. Partially that, partially I just get distracted by other things. Just haven't been as online in the last year because, I mean, let's face it, online isn't nearly as fun as it used to be. Your data's being harvested at every turn. You're getting ads shoved in your face everywhere you go. Um, there's just so many things. There's so many toxic environments online right now. People can be really awful a lot of times when they feel anonymous. So I've just been out in the real world more. It's part of the reason why I haven't really posted on here. It can be hard for me to find the motivation. Um, so I feel like pulling back was good because sometimes I think it's good to get perspective on things because it can be easy to sort of just keep doing the same thing and sort of go along with stuff and not really realize how it's affecting you. I will probably be on YouTube more than anywhere else. I'm not a fan of Facebook. I'm still on there mainly because I have a lot of friends and family that don't really communicate any other way. Just a little frustrating, but I kind of get it. It's easy. Um, Instagram, I don't know. Instagram kind of feels like if you're not a big deal influencer, you don't matter. And they're not going to show you to anybody, especially if you're not like driving ad revenue somehow, I guess. I think that's the thing that's frustrated me the most about Facebook and Instagram is I don't see it's not social anymore. And even they've said that when they got sued for like antitrust by the government, and their defense was that we're not a social media company, we're just a media company, and there's lots of those. So even they know that the social aspect is kind of dead. Because like if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you really go through your feed, like how many posts do you see that are actually people you have like gone and followed versus ads or sponsored posts or suggested posts of big creators. I don't have anything against people who make their living on there. It's fine. Uh, but it can make you, as a smaller creator on there, it can be very discouraging because you kind of know in advance most people, like even the people who follow you, may not see anything that you're doing. So it just really disincentivizes you to post. And the push towards short form video content as opposed to like photo content, which used to be the predominant thing of Instagram, including like, oh, we don't want square pictures anymore. We want like video pictures or just videos or all videos. We want to be TikTok. And I'm like, I'm not on TikTok for a reason because I don't want to watch short form videos. I'm on Instagram to post pictures, and now you hate pictures, so I don't know. I'm kind of over this. Uh, so I don't know how much I'll be on Instagram. That um, if you're someone who predominantly contacts me through Instagram, if you're one of like my friends who are there, and you really need to get a hold of me, like you're welcome to ask me for my phone number and just text me. I don't get a lot of texts, so it's not gonna bother me. Or my email, whatever is easier, because I'm just not on there a lot. And if you're trying to actually contact me, I may not see it for quite some time. Because I don't have Instagram Well, I don't have anything like any of this stuff on my phone. I don't have YouTube on my phone. I don't have Instagram on my phone. I don't have Facebook. I'm not on TikTok at all. So, I've been trying to just keep that stuff out of my grabby little hands so I won't do anything with them. So I won't use them because they just suck up my time and take away from the things I actually want to do. Like my big crazy project. See, yeah, I might film that. I don't know. I don't know. But I think there might be one person in my audience that's going to appreciate my shirt today. You know who you are. I know you like that movie. I didn't really wear this shirt for this purpose, but it's been chilly. Well, it was really cold yesterday. It was warmer today, so the long sleeves weren't as necessary. But yes, I wear my shirts for 2 days. I don't particularly sweat a lot, so it has to be really hot. Anyway, that's a weird tangent. Perhaps we should get back on track. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to post at least once a month. I'm gonna try. I will probably be posting more on my other channel because I'm gonna talk a little more about my project. I want to do kind of an intro video, and then after the month of working on each of those, I'll probably I want to try to make pretty good videos for those, so it probably will take me a little while, maybe a couple weeks, to put together footage and editing and all that stuff. I'm trying to make like a real effort and not just throw some video up here, because I don't know. I thought about putting up pictures of what everything in my WIP parade is going to look like, but I don't think I'm going to do that because that's going to be... I'm going to try to do that in my monthly videos where it's just like a few projects that I'm working on, as opposed to I putting in 27 pictures. I'm sorry. No. It's like those white backgrounds. I don't want to. You will see whenever I pull them back out and actually work on them in 4 years. 2022. Oh. I'm gonna put that aside. To be fair, I started that once on this gray fabric and I just didn't like how it was going. I tried to do it on a 25 count. I realized I could do the 28 count, like with the one cross with 2 stitches, and I like that okay. But doing 25 count, at least for a big project, I've done some small things on 25 count and it's been fine. But I just working on a big project. Plus, I really wanted to have the grid on here because it's such a big thing to work on. It can be hard to count out these really long stretches on those. I do love me some gridded fabric for these. I don't know. The gridded fabric and having an app to track your stitches. I don't think I would do full coverage without those because I'd never done them before. And yeah, I don't think I would have. I just, all those little symbols, they start to go, and yeah, I need them all lit up. And it's like, okay, these are where they are. And then the grid tells me where they go. I need my handheld apparently. But sometimes that's what you need. But I think that's enough of me rambling on. I hope you've enjoyed the WIP parade. I hope I will be back here slightly more often, not probably super often, because it just I haven't been as online. Also, like even when I do watch Flosstube, I watch it on my TV, so I can be really bad about not commenting. So I may have watched your video, but then I would have to like get on my computer because I don't even have YouTube on my phone. So I have to get on my computer and look at the video, and I'm probably not going to remember. I'm sorry. I'm a bad friend. I'm a bad internet friend. I'm one of those people. Send me an email. Oh, I'm not old. Or text message. Is that still young and hip? Probably not. What do people do now? WhatsApp. Yeah, I'm not on there. I think I had it once, but I didn't really use it or talk to anyone on it, so I just got rid of it. I'm so old. I'm so old and out of touch. Okay, so example, we were up visiting my parents. They have one of those old TVs that has a DVD player and VCR in it. So we watched the Mr. Bean Christmas episode on VHS while we were up there. Yes, my parents still have VHS tapes. Some of them are my old VHS tapes from back in like high school. I used to collect. Oh, I had so many VHS movies. Not as many movies as I had now, but storing 500 VHS tapes is you really got to be organized. Because the suckers take up so much room. I had bins under my bed. I had shelves. I mean, I that was probably one of the things I appreciated the most about DVD, that they were just like so much smaller and lighter to store. Because yeah, also VHS tapes, once you start getting a few of them, they're not light either. Yeah, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of reading, watching stuff. I'm gonna have plenty of cross stitching projects that I'm working on. Probably the vast majority of them will be story princess related, because that is my theme for I don't know how long, because like this phase I have scheduled for this year and for next year, but now I'm like, well, there's so many other stories that I could cover. Maybe I'll do more. And it's like, oh, so this is going to be my life now. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I've been having a lot of fun with that. And if you are interested in my storybook project where I'm doing some insanity, I'll post a link to that channel down there. And I should hopefully have a little explainer video up about that soon. If you want to follow along with that madness and see that there are many, many, many versions of Alice in Wonderland, there's no way I could even touch on all of them. I just had to pick some. I never realized. Yeah, you always think, oh yeah, there's a lot of versions of Snow White or Cinderella or whatever, but Alice, holy crap. And the thing is, it's like with a lot of the other ones, it'll be like slightly different titles of the things, but it's Alice in Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland, maybe Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which is what the actual original book was titled. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm gonna just be, and then this one from 1966, and then this one from 1972. I'm gonna have to refer to them by the year, although that's not going to help because there one year there was 4 versions of it. But we'll get into that later, if you want to follow me over there. And I hope that we have a good 2026. I'm just going to leave it there. I just can't with this decade. So we're going to leave it at that, hope for the best, and soldier on. And I hope you have a great day, morning, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. And even if it's in 2027, I don't know, could be. How'd we do in 2026? Let me know. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.